Hey Cowboys Nation, it's Alex back again with another huge update straight from the heart of Cowboys country. And before we jump into today's story, I have to say something real quick because I see the numbers most of you watch my videos every single week. You enjoy the news, the rumors, the breakdowns, but you still haven't subscribed. So if you love the Dallas Cowboys, if you live for those game day chills, and you want to be the first to know every single time something big drops, then hit that subscribe button right now. It takes 1 second, it's totally free, and it helps me keep bringing you the content you love. Now, with that said, let's talk about what might be one of the biggest rumors of the entire NFL offseason. Because word is spreading fast, and it's the kind of story that could change everything for the Cowboys. So hey race, the headline: strong rumors are swirling that the Green Bay Packers are preparing to make a massive millionaire offer to Dallas for none other than Micah Parsons. Yes, you heard that right, our superstar defensive force, the heart of our pass rush, the guy who makes quarterbacks wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, might actually be the target of a blockbuster deal, and not just any deal. We're talking about the kind of offer that would break headlines across every sports network in America. Now, before you freak out or say no way, let's slow down and unpack exactly what's going on, because while some rumors fade in a day or two, this one has some smoke behind it from what's being whispered around NFL circles. This isn't just some internet clickbait chatter. The Packers are reportedly eyeing Micah as the final piece of a championship defense. They've got a young QB they believe in. They've got weapons on offense, and they've got a solid defensive unit, but they're missing that one game wrecker, that one guy who can flip a game in a single play, and that's exactly what Micah Parsons is. Green Bay knows it, and they might be willing to put some serious draft capital and maybe even a star player on the table to make it happen. Now let's think about it from the Cowboys side, because I know the first reaction from a lot of you is, Alex, there's no way Jerry Jones trades Micah Parsons. And you're probably right. Jerry loves his stars, and Micah is more than a star. He's a face of the franchise kind of player. But let's not forget, we're in the middle of some tricky salary cap waters between Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and other key contracts. The Cowboys are going to have to make some tough decisions over the next couple of years, and if a team like the Packers comes in waving multiple first-round picks and maybe even a high-impact starter, that's the kind of offer you at least have to listen to. Hey race, where things get interesting, because Micah isn't just a good player, he's a generational talent. Since stepping into the league, he's racked up sack totals and pressure rates that put him in rare company. We're talking about guys like Lawrence Taylor. Rare every game, he's double-teamed every game. Offensive coordinators build their entire game plan around stopping him, and still he makes plays, and the thought of losing that is enough to make any Cowboys fan feel sick. But on the flip side, an offer like the one being rumored could set the Cowboys up with a mountain of draft picks and a pile of cap space to retool the roster in a big way. And hey race, the thing, the Packers have the ammunition to do it. They've got draft picks from previous trades, they've got some flexibility on the cap, and they know they're in a win-now window, which means if they believe Micah could be the difference between making the playoffs and hoisting a Lombardi trophy, they might be willing to overpay, and I mean really overpay. Now I want to pause here and ask you, the viewers, if you were Jerry Jones and the Packers offered you, say, 3 first-round picks and maybe a star defensive back or wide receiver, would you take it, or would you hang up the phone and tell them not a chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I'm really curious where Cowboys Nation stands on this one. Let's also talk about what Micah means beyond the numbers, because this isn't Madden, this is real life, and in real life, locker room chemistry and leadership matter. Micah isn't just the guy who sacks the quarterback, he's the guy who fires up the defense, he's the guy who gets the crowd roaring, he's the guy who makes that one huge play when the game is on the line. And when you trade a player like that, you don't just lose production, you lose in. Cowboys did take the offer. They flipped Micah for a king's ransom of picks and a player or two. What could they do with that haul? They could load up on young defensive talent in the draft. They could sign a top-tier free agent. They could even package those picks in another trade for a star at a position of need. There's a scenario here where the Cowboys don't just survive losing Micah, they somehow get even stronger. But that's a risky bet, because let's be real, players like Micah Parsons do not grow on trees. From the Packers' side, this would be a huge statement move. It would signal to their fan base and to the rest of the league that they're going all in right now. No waiting for young players to develop, no hoping the draft delivers a superstar, just taking one of the most dominant defensive players in football and dropping him into Lambeau Field in December. Cold weather pass rushers like Micah thrive in, and suddenly Green Bay becomes a nightmare. matchup for every NFC contender, including the Cowboys themselves. So where do I land on this rumor? Well, until we hear something concrete from Jerry Jones or the Cowboys front office, I'm going to treat it like what it is right now, a very juicy rumor with just enough smoke to keep us all watching, because in today's NFL we've seen crazier things happen. Remember when we all thought Russell Wilson would retire a Seahawk? Remember when we thought Devontae Adams would stay a Packer forever? Yeah, nothing is impossible in this league, and if Green Bay really wants Micah Parsons, they might just be crazy enough to make an offer that makes Jerry stop and think. The bottom line is this, Cowboys Nation, Micah Parsons is a generational player, and players like that are worth fighting to keep. But in the NFL, every player has a price, and the Packers might just be willing to pay it. Whether this rumor dies out in a few days or explodes into a real trade negotiation, you can bet it'll be here breaking it all down for you. And if you've made it this far in the video, then you're exactly the kind of fan I love talking to. So do me a favor, hit that like button so YouTube knows Cowboys Nation is here, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next big update, because trust me, if there's even a whisper of movement on this story, you're going to hear it here first. This is Alex signing off from Cowboys Country, and remember, whether it's rumors, trades, or game day magic, we ride together, Cowboys forever.